So, yep. We took out all the bad guys that were really hard to kill. I'm not gonna do all that right now. So, here's what I'm gonna do. Travel here, make a new friend, talk to some people, etc., etc. Then I'm going to head back to Haven. And yeah, Renegade's going pretty good. I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, why don't you just sit there and, you know, I don't notice so much of a difference. First off, gameplay, a lot harder. Second off, trial. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, because I took one trial off because I completed the trial. Meaning every reward I could get, I already got.
I want a constant watch on that damn thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons. Turn back. We can't open the gate until the rest start.
Nice. Hello, friend. Nice.
What was that?
None of my reports indicated temporal distortions near these rifts. Interesting.
Something's not right. Stay on your guard. Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
I win.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
What?
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
I will tear you apart.
Why is this place so weird? We must speak with Fiona at once.
Someone
Have you
get
heard?
some
The
explaining to
Inquisition
do.
dealt with the rebel Templars. Been driven away or killed.
Oh.
Iron Bull, did you clean your weapon after the last fight?
No. Odds are we're gonna be killing something again in a few minutes. Besides, the bloodstains are good for scaring enemies. They see a big, messy blade, and they... You know... I'll go clean it.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, ma'am.
That's adorable. I've never thought to put the two on the team.
Grey Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, rules all of Ferelden.
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
I'm a little iffy on that whole spirit demon monster creature.
Too many people dying for want of simple... My apologies. Can I help you?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. But if I go to the crossroads, I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine?
The Inquisition welcomes anyone willing to help. Human, elf, or otherwise. If you help those refugees, we'll ensure that you're taken care of.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
I get what I want
But look at the sky,
all the time.
and those stories about all that magic and the conclave.
Mother, I had the dream again last night to one of the brothers.
No, there'll be no police.
It was so real.
For the
And
first
when I
time
woke
in
up,
all these years,
the
I fear
sheets
I
were as
will not
cold
be
as
visiting
ice.
your
Didn't
ashes.
I just see you?
That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
What if
Why
I
not?
took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you.
That
I
you'll
never
send me?
expected anyone not of the blood to care. My Senna would be grateful. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the table stones. Thank you. Cowards. A whole lot of them. Whatever. Every little bit of gold in that lines my pockets is welcome.
The Venatori created the Oculara to search for something. What could be worth so much effort?
I hear most of the apostates are dead, or hide rumors about the apostates. We should be getting more refugees soon.
I want to meet this Alexius that has stolen my little mages that were neatly in my pocket. Yes.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
Skip the pleasantries. You know why we're here. You came all the way to Val Royeaux to invite us.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Liar.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
I'll take every mage you can give me.
There will have to be.
Out of my lap, boy.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive
I'm
my
not even
clumsiness, my lady.
fresh stuff about you.
Are you all right?
You know, buying me a drink first.
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
Why? Because
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
you better have an upset case of diarrhea.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later
really
date.
intense diarrhea to interrupt this, because I needed those mages.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
ominous.
Wow, aren't we secrety?
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that chantry.
Come on, let's do something.
Yeah, of course we're gonna do something. We're not just gonna sit on our hands. Haven once was a home for dragon-worshipping cult, and Haven was founded by the hero of Renegade.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
Your ram has gone missing?
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck. And his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram. If you find my ram, please send him home.
Sounds like a demon. A wolf wrapped in sheep's clothing.
You'll make good use of it. Thank you.
Oh, and yes, I know that there's something right there, but I need to go back to Haven and get an Inquisition perk dedicated in the underground, if I recall, which would be in Cullen's branch. I hate crime mystery dramas. Look, there's a guy, you kill the guy, everything's happily ever after, woo woo woo. Hang him up, string him up. That's not how that works.
Good.
But good job
You're
anyway.
finally here. Now help me close this, would you? Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, Most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Watch yourself. The pretty ones are always the worst.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Are you the one who sent that note, then?
I am. Someone had to warn you after all. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
I've never heard of magic that controls time.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself? Sped some things up and slowed others down?
I suppose so.
Soon, there will be more like it. And they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable. And it's unraveling the world.
Why should I believe any of this?
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Divinta Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Wait, is that an ominous? Ooh, special deck. So, I gotta do a quick little thing where I go to Haven, get a perk, come back. Yes. Alright.
Well, the malcontents pledged themselves to Divinta and joined a cult. I can hardly wait to see what comes next.
Arrows. Arrows come next.
Alright. So let's see, I need to talk to Earnable. Yeah. Let's see, talk to Iron Bull, get that special perk, get that person, Welcome back. All right.
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
You sound like you want to head down there and give the troops some pointers.
Nah, I'm no good at command unless I know who my guys are sleeping with and what they like to drink. Inquisition's already too large for that. The Chargers are big enough for me. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
Then maybe we need one. I'd be willing.
You? Huh. Why you?
I've got the mark on my hand. I've sealed Fade Rifts, and hopefully I'll seal the breach as well.
That means you have a skill. That doesn't necessarily mean you should be deciding alliances. My people don't pick leaders from the strongest, or the smartest, or even the most talented. We pick the ones willing to make the hard decisions, and live with the consequences. Who knows? Maybe you seal the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could.
I'll touch.
So if we get better horses, you think that'll make a difference?
Master Dennett's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we have here. A good...
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
I survived. Nothing to crow about.
Nothing to crow about? Do people normally fall out of the sky where you come from? I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human?
Yes.
Being up front is better than Oxman.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
It's been a whirlwind. It's hard to say where I fit.
I guess we'll have to figure that out. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers. I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
You're oddly charming for a man I found wandering the forest.
I always thought myself more odd than charming. But I'll take a compliment from a lady. They're hard to come by these days.
You can have more if you like. I store them in my private quarters.
Well, well... I was not expecting that. Thanks for the tempting offer, my lady. I'll have to consider it carefully. Later then.
Yes. Indeed.
So we have to Vinter activity in the hinterlands. Your report on the Seeker Fortress was excellent. It gave us information we clearly needed.
Alright.
So Descartes sells lyriums both mages and Templar.
My creator, judge me whole. Find me well in your grace. Touch me with fire that
I don't know if apothecary will get you that many.
Has anyone dared ask? No, I do not think.
What did you need?
Well, as you are with Talvashos, people have asked. You grew up outside the Canary homeland, but there is no easy way to ask your thoughts on the Q.
Have you studied the Qun?
It is a decided gap in my education. I know the Qun is a philosophy, a set of laws, a legislative guide, and a social architecture governing the Qunari. Those who appeared at court, however, insisted the Qun is too complex for an outsider.
I'm a quick study. I could learn the Qun if I put my mind to it.
Perhaps, if they let you. Do you believe in any of the Qun's philosophies?
The Qun runs things differently. I've wondered what it's like to grow up with it.
Please, be careful not to praise it out loud. People ask how a Qunari could be Andraste's herald. It worries them if they believe it, and angers them if they do not. Convincing them of your good intentions will be tasking.
Maybe they'd go easier on the Qunari Herald if they knew of my winsome smile.
I'll be sure to add a postscript to my letters. Strangely, your mercenary work is not so inflammatory. People are fabricating extravagant tales of your heroics.
There wasn't a group around that didn't want my help when a tough assignment came up. If you needed it done, Adar was on the top of the list.
I noticed. Leliana found a letter from the captain of your last company. He had nothing but praise for your skill in battle, but doesn't mention what part you played.
A friend of a friend got us a barrel of Gatlock powder. Explosive stuff. The bandits we were fighting found that out when their reinforcements tried to cross the bridge.
How exciting? I hope life in Haven doesn't bore you compared to such exploits.
There are some people who've made staying worthwhile.
How wonderful. Oh, you must tell me who they are.
Oh.
Greetings.
Excellent.
Goodbye.
Ooh, nice. Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
All right.
Let us begin. Let's see what we have.
I just need to go talk to what's her face, get a new agent, I think. And go back. Start recruiting the Templar. That'll be interesting, I guess. I never beat the game with the Templars in my envoy. Technically, my first playthrough, I picked the Templar, and I got stuck at the halfway point because the game was really hard and unforgiving if you don't utilize the grind system. We have to grind areas. Grind. Sorry. This gave me horrible flashbacks. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
We should look around.
Good. Oh my. You.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Let's see. Impersonating a sister, smuggling, dishonoring Chantry roads. I can think of more if you like. Or you could put your skills to use for the Inquisition.
And you'd keep quiet? Nobody else has to know?
That will depend on how honest your efforts are on our behalf.
All right. I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Indeed. So apparently I wasted a point. Okay. That's literally just what I wanted to do. Because I do that every time. Because when I first played, I literally didn't know how to leave the hinterlands. So I inadvertently completed everything in the hinterlands before I left. And I eventually had to look up how to leave. So pretty good to like level 9. I think level 11 actually, when I finally left. Making for the rest of the game rather difficult. Now, you see, I'm kind of being high level's nice, but then in some areas where you're supposed to boost in level, you can't, because the enemies are too low level. That's why I love that trial. That makes the enemies the same level as you. Mm. Onward.
Research in the nave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased.
The Templars must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from a knight recruit. They gather at Theronfall Redoubt.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there?
We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
If we want the Templars to be useful, we need them under control.
To lure them into obedience, we must become a more tempting ally.
If it's status the Lord Seeker seeks, the Inquisition will approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Orlais.
They'll come with us to Theronfall and demand the Templars' help close the breach.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep.
Yes, especially when led by the Herald of Andraste.
The Lord Seeker barely knows I exist.
Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars.
We've done our part to encourage them.
A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with noble support will be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition.
If I have a growing reputation, we may as well use it.
If it moves the Templars to question the Lord Seeker's orders, he may rethink his stance.
With respect, after his appearance in Val Royeaux, hang what the Lord Seeker thinks.
We do not need the Lord Seeker. We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The breach will not wait for our differences to settle.
Good news. Several noble Orlesian houses will petition the Templars to help us stop...
Okay, oh my god. Yeah, I want more defense. Once we were in our peace with our lives assured, once we were not afraid of the dark, once we sat in our kingdom with hope and pride, once we ran through the fields with courage rise, and we held the veil with the demon, and the demons flight so far from our children and from the light. Poetry in motion. Now you execute this Lord Seeker.
The Herald of Andraste! Lord Esmerel Abernash, honored to participate. It is not unlike the second dispersal of the reclaimed Dales. Nothing? Divinity puts you above such things, I suppose. The Lord Seeker is willing to hear our petition about closing the breach. A credit to our alliance with the Inquisition. Care to mark the moment? 10 Orlesian houses walk with you.
It's a shining day to have the best of Orlais in step with the Inquisition. The first of many inspirational and influential partnerships, I hope.
Oh, you're a natural. People will give you anything.
That's what I like.
Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'd divulge what finally got their attention. Rumor will, if you won't.
What do you mean?
The Lord Seeker won't meet us until he greets the Inquisition in person. Quite a surprise after the spat in Val Royeaux.
The Inquisition got the attention of many nobles. The Lord Seeker probably wants to know how.
That may be so. I tried getting an audience by offering the man a duchy. A meeting is a meeting. Get his ear. See if you can't bend it to do something advantageous. Here we are. Verinfall Redoubt.
Defensible. I like it. Someone worked out some issues building this place.
It appears they've sent someone to greet you. Present well. Everyone is a little tense for my liking.
Look at these Ponzi gits. How many vaults are sitting unguarded right now?
The Lord Seeker changed his mind about us rather quickly. Is he known for that?
Knobs play nice when there's money in it. Not sure what a helm like him would want.
Excuse me, Lady,
Countess d'Auvergne.
Countess, ma'am. Is it true that the Herald of Andraste is coming? Is she here already?
Do you wish to speak with me?
Forgive me. I didn't realize it was you. I didn't think you'd be so, tall.
Do you mean Kunari?
If Andraste has chosen you as her herald, I am sure she made no mistake.
Oh, hey, that fellow
I
that gives
present
like the old lady being
Knight
punched.
Templar, Sir Delrin Baris, second son of Ban Jevrin Baris of Ferelden. Sir Baris, may I be so honored as to present Lord Esmeralda Abanage?
I'm the one who sent word to Cullen. He said the Inquisition works to close this breach in the Vale. I didn't think you'd bring such lofty company.
Paris. Moderate holdings, your family. And the second son?
This promise of status has garnered interest from the Lord Seeker. Beyond sense. The sky burns with magic, but he ignores all calls to action until your friends arrive.
Does the Lord Seeker believe the breach will heal on its own?
If he does, he's not confiding in us. The Lord Seeker's actions make no sense. He promised to restore the Order's honor, then marched us here to wait. Templars should know their duty, even when held from it.
About time one of you gobs said that.
Win over the Lord Seeker, and every able-bodied knight will help the Inquisition seal the breach.
If you think we're right, abandon the Lord Seeker, and help us.
We can't abandon our orders. Not while the officers who survived the Conclave follow him. We've been asked to accept much, after that shameful display in Valroyo. Our truth changes on the hour.
Don't keep your betters waiting, Barris. There's important work for those born to it.
The Lord Seeker has a request before you meet him. These are the standards. An honored right, centered on the people, the Maker, and the Order. The Lord Seeker asks that you perform the rite, so he may see the order in which you honor them.
What if I fail?
Well, there's no correct answer. The ritual simply shows Watchers who you are and what you value.
If the Lord Seeker wants to analyze the Inquisition, let him do it when we meet.
It's not only the Inquisition he is interested in. The Lord Seeker changed everything to meet you. Not the Inquisition. You. By name.
Why?
I don't know. He's been fixated on you ever since your horde of nobles arrived.
The Lord Seeker makes us shuffle flags around. Refuse! Let's meet the man already.
The Lord Seeker can't delay any longer, Barris. Take us to him.
The Lord Seeker's request about the rituals was...
Horseshit, my servants might say. Making you, and by extension me, do this busy work.
Right. The Lord Seeker can deal with this. Follow me.
Yeah, I'm not doing this crap. Moving flags. What is this? I'm not a child. I'm a big person. Really.
It's necessary, you know. You don't run a battlefield by committee.
Without faith, you've no knights. You've... Knight Captain.
You were expecting the Lord Seeker. He sent me to die for you.
He is not well.
Knight Captain Denham, I brought the Inquisition's representatives. Will the Lord Seeker not see them?
So, this is the herald of change. You are why everything must be moved ahead.
Knight Captain Denham, I am expected by the Lord Seeker. Where is he?
Watching. Changing everything. The Lord Seeker had a plan, but the herald ruined it by arriving with purpose. It sowed too much dissent.
Knight Captain, I must know what's going on.
You are all supposed to be changed. Now we must purge the questioning knights.
Oh.
The Elder One is coming. No one will leave Therenfall who is not stained red.
Make us breath.
It's your fault. He wants you, not us.
Knight Captain alive?
Barely. If you use a healing elixir, he may survive. If he even deserves it.
We'll heal him. Let's judge the Knight Captain after we find his master.
The Knight Captain may have useful information.
Knight Captain's keys. I would question the Lord Seeker about this Elder.
What are these things?
Yeah, what is this? What is? This episode will have to lag on for a bit longer. I don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Prepare them. Guide them to me.
Pardon?
Was that the Lord Seeker?
What the what? All I hear is fighting.
I would know you.
Alright.
You will be so much more.
Ooh, what? Why? I is confused.
Show me what you are.
Well fought. I don't know what's happening. All the officers have been turned into those things.
It's me. Corrupted Templar. The irony.
So better, so more, come to your senses. They're not listening. Fight on!
Confront the Lord.
The Herald of Andraste. It's time we became better acquainted.
Yes, it is. Wait, what? Okay. This is giving me chills. I don't know. Cohen? Josephine?
Is this shape useful? Will it let me know you? Everything tells me about you. So will this. Watch.
Okay.
A demon? Am I supposed to scream in terror next?
Ooh.
Scream in terror next.
Being you will be so much more interesting than being the Lord Seeker.
Yeah, ours are too accentuated.
Do you know what the Inquisition can become? You'll see. When I'm done, the Elder One will kill you and ascend. Then I will be you.
I saw through your game. What else do you think you can gain?
You are under the mistaken impression that I require consent. Every reaction, every protest is an answer. Loru is coming, and the Elder One wants you to serve him like everyone else, by dying in the right way.
Keep talking, then.
I am not your toy. I am Envy, and I will know you. Tell me, Herald, in your mind. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you see.
Do you deny it? Do you dare deny your crime? Our one chance to make peace between the mages and Templars, and now it's over.
Your
lying!
Our enemies have surrendered unconditionally.
The Inquisition's strength rivals any kingdom in Vegas.
Our reach begins to match my ambition, but we will strive for more. Is imitating what you can't have your only pleasure, demon?
Accusing. Trying to find my weakness. Is that the woman you are?
Oh, you're still tall. Whoa.
Who would stand against us when the Inquisition
The Herald saved all of us.
Do you see how glorious my Inquisition will be after you die at the hands of the Elder One?
Hurting, helpless, hasty. What happens to the hammer when... No more nails?
What are you? Get out! This is my place! What are you doing?
Wait.
Right.
Envy is hurting you. Mirrors on memories. A face it can feel but not fake. I want to help. You, not envy.
Who are you? I've seen you before, have I?
I've been watching. I'm Cole. We're inside you. Or I am. You're always inside you. It's easy to hear, harder to be a part of what you're hearing. But I'm here, hearing, helping, I hope.
Demon.
Envy hurt you, is hurting you. I tried to help, then I was here, in the hearing. It's not usually like this.
The least I can ask is that things make sense in my own head.
It never works like that. I was watching. I watch. Every Templar knew when you arrived. They were impressed, but not like the Lord Seeker.
The Lord Seeker is an envy demon. It wants to be me.
Yes. It twisted the commanders, forced their fury, their fight. They're red inside. Anyway, you're frozen. Envy is trying to take your face. I heard it and reached out. And then in. And then I was here.
All right, Cole. Can I get out the way you got in?
Yes, but I think you would die. It's your head. You shouldn't be out of it.
Then how do I evict everyone else?
All of this is envy. People, places, power.
You're
If you keep going, envy stretches. It takes strength to make more. Being one person is hard. Being many, too many, more and more, and envy breaks down. You break out.
So if we keep moving in my head, we tire envy into submission.
Maybe. I hope it helps. It's more than sitting here waiting to lose your face. This way. Ideas are loud here. Make them louder. Think of water.
Think of water.
Yes.
Then can't help you. I will see more.
Whatever.
Betrayed allies will curse your name. Like the first Inquisition, you will bring blood and ruin and fear.
Unless you don't. You don't have to. None of this is real
What do you
unless
say to
you
your
let
crimes, heretic?
Get out, thing! I am yearning!
Have it! Take her to the gallows! Mother Giselle is no heretic!
Any who challenge the word of Andraste's herald will be corrected.
Alright.
The Herald has questions, Commander.
Is it my turn to be branded a traitor for questioning what we've become?
It's dark, but it isn't real. Think of sparks. Keep going up. You're more you there than you are envy, and that tires it out.
Good. I think. What manner of fire is this?
Conari failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
4 days without
I haven't seen enough.
You're not really impressing me. You got me the first one.
Stop them! There weren't enough of them, boy. Val Royaux is burning. The Herald March is here next, bringing even more demons.
What's the point in attacking Orlais?
So you're curious. Shall I make use of that when I'm you?
You're letting the Herald see more to sketch her shapes, but what she sees makes her stronger.
Quiet! You wish to be difficult? Then see the legacy of the Inquisition. Its followers hosts to demons, your world ashes. Show me.
What then?
You're making it hard for Envy to think. It'll probably come out soon. It's angry, but that's okay. So are you. Almost there. Keep going up.
They say the Herald summoned these demons.
Almost there. Keep going up.
No! Run!
Bye! Unfair! Unfair! That thing kept you whole, kept you from giving me your shape. What could you gain from being me?
What could you gain? What? Ah! We'll start again. More pain this time. The Elder One still comes.
It's frightened of you.
Get out of...
Headbutt time. It's headbutt time. Final move. What's that? An attack? On you? What's that? An envy. Oh my god. Oh.
The Lord Seeker!
No. An imposter.
That monster ensured we weren't prepared. I still don't know what we're up against.
Did anyone else see a young man appear beside me?
What young man?
Pale, strangely dressed. He was with me.
I saw no one. The Lord Seeker was alone when you revealed his true nature.
I'm sorry. An envy demon replaced the Lord Seeker.
Envy? Maker. And the real Lord Seeker is caged or dead. It used the red lyrium to corrupt the Order, didn't it? I knew that miserable stuff was risky. They often give us new kinds of lyrium, our commanders. Some used the red stuff first to prove it was harmless. The Knights would have been next. That demon turned our leaders so we couldn't question when this started.
Will you keep blaming yourself, or help me end this?
Templar, what is envy?
A coward, brother.
It studies, makes less mistakes, but most of all, it hides.
We need our veterans. Our commanders have turned, but the lieutenants may still be fighting. We'll hold the hall. You find the lieutenants and the uncorrupted lyrium stores. Bring them here, and I'll give you envy. Show those things no mercy.
We'll keep the hall, Herald of Andraste.
Have to hurry. What is this?
The Elder One wants her dead. Empress Celine. He hates her, haunts her, wants her dead, but hides. Why? He hid other things too.
Looks like someone's going after the Empress of Orlais.
I wonder why this Elder One wants her dead.
Come on.
That thing was Commander Terry. I can't.
Oh, that's it. Come on.
Maker. What happened to them?
Regroup with Barris. He'll explain the plan.
Good luck. Just in time.
How many Red Templars have you fought?
Some broke through to siege the hall. More will come.
Quickly grab, go, touch.
This must be the red lyrium the Lord Seeker gave the Templars. Here, the untainted lyrium Barris told us about.
Let's just do a little booger.
Good work on this side. The others waiting for her.
Come on.
This entire day is a disgrace.
Move.
Do you hear the fighting? Not all the vessels will be taken by the red area. We may still find allies if we move quickly enough.
Harold, you live. You bless us. I feared you were dead.
Just get to the hall. Barris will explain.
Fight well.
You're fine.
You live!
Come on, Harold would have been good job.
Alive, Harold. Head back to the main hall. We'll meet you there.
Of course.
Keep them off us! We'll break this beast!
Got Red Templars coming through the barrier!
Oh, is that on? I will end. Come on, Jamie. Let's go.
I touched so much of you. But you are selfish with your glory. Now I know one.
dark and desperate. Death to make yourself alive. I used to be like you. I'm not anymore. You shouldn't be either.
Alright. I'm sorry, Venom.
It's trying to hide.
Silence!
Well, final demon.
Herald, I sincerely apologize for losing countenance amidst the chaos. That was unfortunate. I do hope it won't affect our concord.
Don't worry, you're needed.
Wonderful.
The demon is dead. Andraste be praised. She shielded you from its touch. We've numbers across Thedas, but we let this happen. Our officers either failed to see it, or were complicit. The Templars are ready to hear what the Inquisition needs of us.
That's our enemy. The breach can't be overcome with words. Hope won't make it disappear. If Templars still stand against ruinous magic, this is the moment to fulfill your pledge.
You speak truths we should never have ignored. But the Order is leaderless, gutted by betrayal. We must rebuild it.
No, this is my first time playing.
There's no time. If the old order is too broken to stand, then become knights under the Inquisition. Serve us, stop the breach, and begin again without stain on your honor. That is our offer.
If it is the only way, Templars, will we serve the Inquisition to atone for our failure? So be it. The Order will disband and take up the Inquisition's banner.
That's what I
We'll
thought.
need weapons, training grounds, a place to rest. The Inquisition must prepare for our arrival.
We'll be ready. Whatever's coming.
Mission success. I hope I made the right choice. That one actually got me kerfuffled. But yeah, as soon as the cutscene's over, that will end the episode for tonight. This episode was longer, and I don't plan on making them all longer like this. Special occasion.
You disbanded the Templar Order on the Inquisition's authority.
The leaders of the Order deliberately poisoned their own. There is nothing left to salvage.
Maybe so, but that decision was not the Herald's to make. It was the Inquisition's.
We still need to prepare for them. I have contacts in the lyrium trade. Regular lyrium.
If you'd be so kind as to put me in touch with them, I'll secure funding. How many Templars are expected?
A few dozen veterans are coming ahead of the rest to help seal the breach.
How soon until these veterans arrive?
They're almost here. Templars don't like to be late.
Being creepy.
Wait!
I came with you to help. I would have told you before, but you were busy.
You were following behind me in secret, Cole? All the way to Haven?
Yes. It's easy to make people forget you when they don't expect you to be there.
Call the guards. This creature is not what you...
A moment, please, Cassandra. I would like to hear why he came.
You help people. You made them safe when they would have died. I want to do that. I can help.
I like Cole too.
Cole saved my life in Theronfall. I couldn't have defeated Envy without him.
But what does he want now?
I think he really is trying to help.
I won't be in the way. Tiny, no trouble, no notice taken unless you want them to.
You're not honestly suggesting we give him run of the camp?
Not freely, perhaps, but it seems a waste to... Hold on.
Where did he go?
It's a good trick. You get used to it.
We must see if he can teach it to anyone else. I'll have people watch the boy. But let's not be distracted from the breach.
We'll need your help when the Templar veterans arrive. Take time to prepare while you can.
Nice. Solus is tolerated. That's about it.
Hey, look at this. Templars all around. We'll have the breach closed up in no time.
I suppose...
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Glad to see traitors are dealt with quickly.
We must do whatever it takes to protect our interests. I am pleased that you agree.
It's good to know that protecting the Inquisition is a priority for you.
Of course. I do not neglect my responsibilities. We will make the Inquisition a force to fear. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Yes.
So, the Templars joined the Inquisition. Even with Cullen here, I never thought that would happen. Of course, after Kirkwall, I never thought anyone would use red lyrium on purpose either. The Templars should know better than anyone what that shit does to people. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet? Something like a banquet?
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Templars filling up the place. Best of the polished helms come to save us. Keep them leashed good, right? Useful bunch, but all I hear is they don't do what they're told.
Whatever you think, you're the best hammer for this particular nail.
Well, watch your thumbs, because a Templar might slip, or... You want about anything else? Go on.
Yourself.
So the Templars will put their powers to use, sealing the breach. Any group corrupted by a demon must be watched carefully. At least they know how to fight.
Templars have flaws, but they are very good at killing mages. They'll need that against this Elder One.
Point taken. Just remember, an enemy can attack, but only an ally can betray you. Betrayal is always worse. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again with the Templars. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Not the only way to celebrate.
took in the Templars but made them yours. They won't make the same mistake. It's dangerous when too many men in the same armor think they're right. You should prepare. It's already getting louder.
We're going to have these talks less often, Cole.
Maybe. Not everything happens. But first, you seal it. I hope it hurts less. I'll help if I can, but I don't always say it right.
You helped me at the Seeker Fortress. Say it however you like.
I helped. It's good to hear. I will try.
Oh boy.
Demons. It had to be demons. Getting into your head. Messing around.
If you're nervous about demons, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
I don't know. It has blood grooves. Well, technically, it's the Fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
When there was no
Good
sky.
day to you. Pass my thanks to the researchers.
Of all the things in the world, a demon who wears someone's face. I imagine it makes trusting others risky.
Risk is what keeps life exciting, don't you think?
Until you lose. It's easy to speak well of trust when yours has never been misplaced. Later then.
Oh, Creator, see me kneel, for I walk only where you would bid me.
Something must be done, immediately.
Nothing will be done.
Commander Cullen said the same thing. It's an outrage. There are mages here we know are guilty of heinous crimes. You would let that pass?
Yes, as will you. This is the Inquisition, and you are not guests here.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Little whiny little brat.
It never ends, evidently.
Fighting with them will only make them more stubborn.
The Templars are too accustomed to having their way. They need to learn. It's your doing, after all. You're the one who conscripted them.
You would have done differently, I suppose.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
I bet this is a twist, isn't it?
Cole, or whatever he calls himself, may have helped at Theronfall, but that doesn't mean we should trust him.
Liliana has people watching him.
Provided they don't lose him. I suppose my concerns can wait. We must focus on the breach. The Templars are making final preparations. After what happened with the Lord Seeker, they're eager to prove themselves.
They will. This has to work.
Of course. In the meantime, I will oversee our forces should anything go wrong.
What do you mean?
All we have are theories. I believe our plan can work, but no one knows for certain what will happen. We need to take precautions. Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Commander Cullen took me aside to explain what happened at the redoubt. Disturbing news, but I'm glad you were there to intervene. Thank you.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are traits walk in the Maker's grace.
Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to tune in for more.